Good morning, students. Today I will explain a well-known poem written by Robert Frost. The name of the poem is Fire and Ice, and it's taken from First Flight book of Standard 10th. The theme of this poem is related with the destruction of the world. At literal level, we know that the world started with a big bang, but how will it end has been interesting topic for many modern writers. In the eyes of T.S. Eliot, a great modern poet, this is the way the world ends, this is the way the world ends, this is the way the world ends, not with a bang, but with a whimper. So according to him, the world will end due to the end of human sentiments and emotion. So let's see how the world will end according to Robert Frost. So before I begin the poem, let me explain the two powerful emotions of man which according to the poet can destroy the world. The first is his desire. It is beautifully represented by fire. Friends, as we all know that fire is useful to us if we have control over it, but if it goes out of control, it can easily destroy or burn everything into ashes. Similarly, our desire and emotions like love, attachment, wishes are good to some extent as they bring warmth and color in our life, but when our desire crosses the limitation, it changes into animal passion and we become mad. We can stoop to any level to fulfill them, which causes destruction. The second emotion is hatred, which is represented by ice. When hatred crosses its limit, it changes into intolerance and cruelty and results into murder, terrorism and war. It is equally powerful as it can also destroy the world. So let's begin the poem. Some say the world will end in fire, some say in ice. The poem begins like a debate where the two groups of people gives their opinion about the destruction of the world. The one group is of the view that the world will end in fire and the other say it will end in ice. From what I have tasted of desire, I hold with those who favor fire. In this line, the poet expresses his own opinion and says that whatever he has experienced in this world, he thinks that world will end in fire. Here the fire stands for human desire for worldly achievement, so he favors the first group. But if it had to perish twice, I think I know enough of hate to say that for destruction ice is also great and would suffice. Here the poet has a strange idea. Literally the world cannot end twice, but the poet opines that if the world has to perish twice, ice is equally destructive as he has known enough of hate. The phrase enough of hate shows that the poet has experienced that the world is full of hatred and this force is also equally destructive and can take world to a catastrophe and end. So let's see the rhyming scheme, the poetic device and meter used in the poem. The rhyming scheme of the poem is ABA, ABC and BCB. There are other literary devices which has enhanced the beauty of the poem. In the first line we see that sound of S is repeated 2 times. And in the fourth line we see that sound of F is repeated 2 times. It is the example of alliteration. The word fire and ice are the metaphor for desire and hatred. They are the beautiful example of antithesis also, as they are the contrasting words.